People are fighting on ministers. So somebody said to me that I want you to say anything to this. I said, look, let's leave it. But I explained to that person what that other person was probably trying to say.
I locked my door. I took days. I began to pray. And Jesus told me. He said, what he's preaching is the message of Paul. They are the revelations of Paul. They are not my revelations. Check what I did while I was alive. I casted out demons. I casted out evil spirits. He said, even Peter warned you to be careful of the letters of Paul. Peter warned you. 2 Peter 3:16. Peter warned you to be careful of the letters of Paul. He said, in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which some things are hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also other scriptures unto their own destruction. Bring other translation. He was saying that when Paul was teaching, referred to this in all his letters, and has written you essentially the same thing. Some things Paul writes are difficult to understand. Irresponsible people who don't know what they are talking about twist them. This is Peter who know Paul more than you. Do you know Paul? He consistently speaks of these things in all his letters, even though he writes some concepts that are overwhelming to our understanding. Peter was confused as to Paul's writings. This is Peter that was with Jesus firsthand. Was saying this thing Paul is saying, this is not, it's not the exact way it is. Am I talking to somebody here? He said, overwhelming to understanding, which the unlearned and unstable love to twist to their spiritual ruin. He said, you people have been preaching the gospel revelations of Paul. Preach what I did. Did I cast out devil? Yes. Did I command spirit to leave? Yes. Do what I did, not what Paul said.
People are fighting on ministers. So somebody said to me that I want you to say anything to this. I said, look, let's leave it. But I explained to that person what that other person was probably trying to say that made people misunderstand him. All right, that this is where he was coming from. That he wasn't because I listened well. It came out wrongly, but it wasn't discrediting Paul. He was saying that even Peter said you can misunderstand Paul's teachings. So what you are supposed to do is anytime you believe you have a revelation from Paul, compare it to what Jesus said. And then if you cannot find it in what Jesus said, then you may be misinterpreting what you have read. That's what it was, where he was going to.